quality in students of legal education offered by universities, it is imperative that admission to the bar course should be limited to students with a higher degree. And I think here I borrow from the Nigerian experiment of insisting that you must have at least a second-class degree to be able to be admitted to the bar course. The LDC, number 4, the LDC should be retained as the sole institution statutorily permitted to grant the postgraduate diploma in legal practice. It is essential for the sake of uniformity of practical legal training to maintain a single government institution to conduct the bar course under the supervision of the law council. Lawyers admitted to practice law should have equal opportunities for practical training, which cannot be assured if we contract out this responsibility, which is actually a responsibility of government to our people. You cannot release lawyers to the general public who are not able to provide adequate legal advice and adequate services. This would be, I think, a failure on our government. That should be based on meeting specific criteria, including proven ability to provide high standards of legal education. The law school should, for example, possess sufficient material requirements, such as a well-stocked law library, as well as a highly qualified faculty of academic staff. When I was looking at options on finishing my higher school certificate, whether to go to Makerere, to go somewhere else, I was impressed when, after sending in my application to Dar es Salaam, I got a bundle of books which included Grammar Bush. I don't know whether those of you who have done jurisprudence have run into it. Grammar Bush to read so that and prepare before even entering law school. And I thought that's a good idea. And I think we may have, the university spent millions of dollars to establish, I think, one of the finest law libraries in East Africa. This, I think, I tried to duplicate here. Of course, I couldn't have less resources, but I don't know. I think my stay was cut short because we should have had a better library than I saw yesterday. To require lawyers seeking a career in private practice, this is number 5, to go through a period of internship with the senior counsel before doing so. It took me a long time to think what to do with this particular number 5. But I think rather than say, like they do in England, that you spend a year after about the back course in internship, I think if you, for example, go to the government, you will get a sufficient supervision as a state attorney, or if you go to a more organized or good teaching somewhere, you get supervised. But those who want open private practice should at least spend some time with the senior counsel before they go setting up a practice. In closing, I want to congratulate the LDC management and staff that have maintained the high standards of both the bar course and the diploma in law over these many years. The DPLP, I was really impressed. You may know that I worked in the legal department of the United Nations, and basically at a senior level, I used to have to look at people to be considered for internship and also to recruit lawyers. And I would see applicants with LB, Makerere, and DPLP, which is really impressive because I spent sleepless nights wondering what we would call the diploma in legal practice, and came up with the DPLP, and I'm glad it has stayed for the last 50 years. Please don't drop it. It identifies the holder as an advocate admitted to practice law in Uganda it is not the time now to change course. The reliance on bar examination without formal vocational training at LDC in the age of artificial intelligence is not a desirable substitute, because people will hand you papers to grade which have actually been concocted by artificial intelligence. In fact, in the US, some states have embraced vocational legal training as a substitute for the national bar exam. I thank you all very much for the opportunity to be the guest of honor at this